Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, and roaming the sideline for tonight's game, our Allie LaForce. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Spurs. They ascend up the list to number 3 with some spirited play.
And you know, for Boston, they've come out of the gates just a little cold. Certainly not the hot start fans had hoped for. And their position in the rankings so far reflects that.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Anthony Davis is out there with Keyshawn George. And it's Young. Then it's Johnson. And it's Czar in at the 5 spot. And for the Celtics, Pritchard and White are their guards. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. And DB, at this early part of the season, what's most important for the head coaches?
What's fascinating to me, Kevin, when you listen to coaches talk is whether you're a championship coach or a first-year coach, one of the biggest things you have to do is figure out your rotations.
And the Wizards with possession. Czar with it. Pass to Young. Back to Czar. And Czar throws it down.
Most of Czar's best work is done at the rim. Look at him just throwing it down with ease.
Vucevic is screen on Young. Pritchard passes to Vucevic. The layup missed. About a minute played so far here in the first. Pass to Czar. Here's Davis. Davis setting the pick for George. Back to Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes. Flexing on him there.
And the big fella Alexander showing promise. Greg, especially at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I mean, great mobility for a 7-footer. That's invaluable for a big man in today's game. And has the makings of a modern offensive game as well.
George with the steal. Goes up on the high post. Misses off the right eye.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
Outside, White. Pass to Tatum. Vucevic a screen on Czar. No good. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Jazz. Back to Davis. This one for 3.
Yeah, that was poor performance from the Jazz.
Yeah,
I think that was the game where I couldn't score in the third quarter.
You love to see him get set up in rhythm.
Tatum setting the pick for Pritchard. Over Young. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
Boy, just a tough time making shots. Only 1 for 5. They just need to settle in here.
Davis, the pass to Czar. It's in there. Davis with the assist.
Letting the big man Czar go to work inside. I like seeing him being aggressive down low.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Here's Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Now Tatum, after the missed 3 from Trae Young. Vucevic setting the pick for Tatum. Connects from 3-point range.
Nice.
You have got to be in Tatum's space. This guy is such a terrific range shooter.
For the Washington Wizards, they come in off the loss to the Knicks in New York. And Boston certainly has some of the most knowledgeable sports fans, Doris, in the country.
Kevin, not only knowledgeable, but passionate. And when you think over the 4 major sports in the city and the tradition of success, it is no wonder they are so committed.
So Boston ends up going with the new group. And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. Fifth on the list, the Celtics.
Well, talk about rim protection. Last season, they were patrolling the paint, rejecting shots at will.
We've got 1:23 left here in the first quarter. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Boy, he may not be the biggest center in this league, but big-time athleticism on display.
Here's Exum to the inside. Here's Cada. And he banks in.
Nice.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
There's a minute left in the first quarter of the game. And here's Russell. 8 points his last outing. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now Gonzalez. Down low. Hauser misses. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
And I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
There's the pick. Here's Gonzalez. A three-pointer
Nice.
right on target. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Wizards lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. We hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense. Taking a look at the Wizards. Russell is out there with Koulibaly. And there's Davis. And there's Riley. And it's Champagnie in at the four-man position. How about Jason Tatum with a little pocket pass and the pick and roll? That's nice. Washington trailing. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the score?
Well, the Wizards stacking talented young players and draft assets. Not only that, they'll have a ton of cap space next season, which they will likely not use to sign a star free agent, but rather to absorb contracts in exchange for, you guessed it, more draft picks. This front office is continuing to think long-term, guys.
Nice.
Priorities straight. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Anthony Davis talked about what motivates him. He said championships, the things I do in the community, being a good teammate, playing hard. All that stuff matters the most to me. Don't get me wrong, money is amazing, but my legacy will win that battle every time. Back to you, Kevin.
Priorities straight. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. There's a good screen. And Tatum hammers it home.
You see the level of verticality that Jason Tatum brings to the table. Nice.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Brian Keith wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
Both teams making substitutions here. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Fifth on the list, Jason Tatum.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Here's Davis. He has 5. Loads it up for Davis. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Hauser. Riley covering. Back to Hauser. Pass to Tatum. Fires the 3. There's Tatum's range on display.
Nice.
Quick thinking makes the play an easy one in screen and roll action for Jason Tatum.
Young with the ball. Now guarded by Payne. And the 3-ball is good.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Outside, Davis. Back to Young. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Nice job capitalizing down there. Young good at probing inside and finding some space.
Right. Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
Goodness, Sarr is a different type of athlete.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. Now here's Brown. Not too proud of his numbers in that game against the Jazz.
Come on. That should have gone in.
That's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
Here's Johnson. They lead by 1. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Bringing that three-point percentage
Come on.
quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Making some changes. Lars is checked in, and it's White in for Sam Hauser. Coulibaly, he's checked in for Washington. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Bounce pass Pritchard. Brown against Coulibaly. Back to Pritchard. Shot to stop the run. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Pritchard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, this is where you see Jaylen Brown has evolved as a playmaker for his teammates. That's a pretty pass.
That one drops for him.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
It's Brown on the wing. He's defended by Coulibaly. Out to White. Back to Brown. Shoots over Johnson. Johnson with the defensive effort. Wizards leading by 3. Pass to Koulibaly. And oh boy, a lot of contact.
Oh, come on.
The call and will shoot 2.
Great job by Koulibaly carving out some space on the interior to force the defense to commit.
The Wizards shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. The first free throw is good. Well, Dorsey's not always the most efficient player, but Koulibaly is electric.
Oh, my goodness, Kevin. One of the most explosive leapers in the league right now. He can rise and finish with the best of them. Listen, we'll give the efficiency some time because he's got skill.
Now, here's Brown. Oh!
This guy, one of the most elite athletes in the game, Jaylen Brown, finishes beautifully.
Here's Young from the arc. Rebounded by Vucevic. Stolen by George.
Oh, come on.
Young outside. Puts up a 3. That shot off the mark. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Wizards out front as they end the second quarter with a 13-5 run. And we'll be back with you right after this.
Welcome, everybody. The Washington Wizards in our featured matchup, and what a competitive half it's been.
Getting points from that second unit was clutch. Depth protects you against injury, but it can also win a game for you.
Yeah, and those starters are going to have the fresh legs for the second half.
Okay, switching gears. Let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings thus far.
Well, right now for Washington, they're right where I expected them to be. The effort is there, but their play is inconsistent. Feels like they're still constructing this roster. We'll see what they look like by the end of the year.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Vucevic is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
Nikola Vucevic skilled at rolling hard to the rim after setting the screen. That is a smart play.
Young dishes to Johnson. It's George on the wing. Davis kicks to Young. Steps back and shoots. Rebound Boston. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Here's Brown. And Brown throws it down hard.
Look out below. Jaylen Brown.
Nice. Come on, let's keep it going.
Washington trailing. Pass to Song. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
To see the stats for Young. Great showing for him last season. Checking in at about 24 points per, 11 assists, and 3 rebounds. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch. Someone the other players look up to.
So, Doris, after finishing last season with the second worst record in the NBA, the Wizards sliding to the number 6 pick in the lottery.
Listen, Kevin, obviously this is not ideal, but I don't consider in a deep draft this to be the worst case scenario. You have to be patient, continue to build the right way, and your player evaluation in the draft is absolutely critical.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey guys, the Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Buck Carrington said the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. Kevin, back to you.
Learning on the job.
Hey, come on.
All right, Allie, we thank you very much.
Check on the foul.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Washington. Here's Sarr. And it's White with the rebound.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Tatum with the screen on Johnson. White, good. White's got his second basket of the night.
To me, this is when Derek White is at his most dangerous. When the jumper is falling, it opens up the other aspects of his game.
And Brian Keith wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Coming off an excellent season, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And clearly one of the dominant scorers we have in this league. His top 5 ranking last year puts him right there in the ranks of the elite. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. The Celtics with the lead. Here's White. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it.
Nice, my ball.
And a guy who has a quick release and has distance to his shots. Derek White, Doris, converts his chances.
You know what, Kev? There's so many things to love about Derek White. He's arguably the greatest shot blocker.
All right, here we go.
He has a knack for making big shots, and the thing that maybe is most impressive,
nice.
He gets past grenades at the end of a shot clock and has the temperament to stand in and deliver.
Wizards trail by 4. Outside, Davis. Johnson outside. Over Tatum. And there's Johnson.
Ooh.
That's good on the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Celtics have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Brown sets a screen for Tatum. Off target from outside. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements. Boston has gotten blanked from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. To the paint. Here's Brown. Sweet touch inside from Brown.
Oh, that's almost too easy for Jaylen Brown. We see you, sir.
There's a minute left in the third quarter of the game. Wizards trail by 4. Pass to Coulibaly. The three from Johnson hits the three-point bomb. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Vucevic setting the pick for Pritchard. Trying to answer back,
Come on.
but that three is off the mark. The Wizards have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Davis, the pass to Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
Well, you see Alex Sarr get off the triple drive and then use that 7 foot to make it an easy finish.
White drives in. Rebound by the Wizards. Sarr's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's Johnson.
And he just walked in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Washington out in front, leading by 3. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You'll love the unselfish play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. 4th quarter on the court for the Wizards. You've got Russell. He's out there with Coulibaly. Riley is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Champagnie in at the 4.
And just a good job of getting a high percentage look. Davis knows how to put himself in position to attack.
They set the pick. Hauser the pass to Keita. Hauser bounce pass. Shot clock at 6. A nice shot by Walsh.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Pass to Champagnie. Now here's Davis. The 15-footer. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the middle. Here's Keita.
Nice, and one.
A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Davis.
Tremendous lead pass. Boy, that makes your teammates happy, folks.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. And a change for the Wizards. Young's checked in. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks. And the free throw, no good. Now the Wizards with it. Here's Riley. A wide open look here for Koulibaly. No good with the triple. Boston shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Outside Tatum. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Celtics lead by 3.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
On offense, here are the Celtics. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Brown feeling out a bit. Inside.
And this is outstanding vision by Jaylen Brown. This guy dishing the ball beautifully to his teammates.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Boston.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3-ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
Wizards trail by 6.
I would have had 10 if I didn't have that miss. It's okay.
Young outside. Davis with a screen on Brown.
Ooh.
What a play inside.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Celtics.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Here's Tatum. Goodbye, Song.
Well, Jason Tatum has proven he can score at the NBA level, but you want to see him share the basketball pretty fast.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Missed on the 3.
If you're trying to make a comeback, that is the kind of shot that doesn't help.
Washington foul. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.
At the line for 2 shots. Boston, timeout. Everyone, come on, make some noise.
And he knocks down the first one.
Nice. One more.
And both free throws good for Hauser.
This guy is such a professional, right? Goes about his business in a highly consistent way.
And Young, here we go. Johnson fires. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. One-handed!
This is what Coach and Johnson's teammates want to see. The rookie continuing to find shots tonight.
Richard with the ball. Here's Tatum. Outside, White. 4 on the clock. He takes it in. Got it to go off the glass.
And the basket has become almost like the ocean here. They have not missed anything here down the stretch.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keith. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent.
My next matchup is against Orlando Magic. Oh, man. It's very cold where I'm at. Very, very cold right now in my room.
Here's Davis. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Tatum. .114 left to play here in the fourth. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Tatum driving.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces. As it appears, it'll be a nice win here for the Celtics.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And
finally get a win after a while. Now my record's 3-6. Or
he was extremely
3-6.
Got good looks and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Hauser with the ball. Working on Czar. No good there. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
So let's go courtside where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game, Allie.
Jason, congrats on the win. How do you prepare yourself to carry such a big scoring load for this team?
Just a lot of hard work. You know, my teammates trust me and vice versa. So, you know, we do a good job whoever's hot, you know, getting them the ball, and just making the right play, whatever it is.
That's what's great about this team. It could be anybody's night. Thanks, Jason.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, This is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.
On to the next one.
Hi, everyone. What a great night for some hoops. With a little more on the line, it's the NBA Cup, and it's in full swing. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Looking at the starting five for Boston. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's Vucevic in at the five down low. And for the Magic, the Wagner brothers both on the floor. Franz at small forward, Mo in the middle. Anthony Black out there with Desmond Bain. And it's Ben Carroll in at power forward. And we're only a few games in, but already some surprises to this season, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. On the positive side, a couple teams have come together quicker than anticipated, and they are outperforming early expectations.
Now here's Black. Pass to Ben Carroll. To the inside. Here's Wagner. And the dunk by Wagner.
How about big Mo Wagner? Never waste an opportunity to throw it down, big fella.
Picked by Vucevic. To the middle. It's stolen. Outside Bain. Inside. Here's Wagner. And the dunk by Wagner.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Now here's Brown. No good off the
Come on.
Wagner outside. Back to Ben Carroll. And Pritchard pulls it down.
I thought he had that one. I think he did, too.
All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, thanks. Paolo Banchero, the third player aged 22 and younger to amass 4,000 points, 1,300 rebounds, and 900 assists through their first 3 NBA seasons. The other two, LeBron James and Luka Doncic. The Magic have rewarded him with the richest contract in franchise history, 5 years and $239 million. Guys, he is a high-value talent.
A star on the rise. Shams, appreciate the report.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
From deep, Bain drops in the 3.
Anytime he can,
This is not good, 0-9.
I mean, he is supremely confident from range.
To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And he was fouled.
Nice,
in the act
and
of
one.
shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
That ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss. Woo, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
One shot.
free throw, no good.
You know, very quietly, Vucevic puts up phenomenal numbers consistently. A nightly double-double threat who, bullies opposing defenses on the regular.
Now here's Payne. And the dunk by Wagner.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
And it's Wagner missing.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pick by Vucevic. Tatum from long range.
Oh, come on.
And this is their first time
really?
With the Celtics.
Should have gone in.
And this squad bumped them out of the playoffs in the first round last year. That hurts a little bit.
We know that's in the past. You can't change that for sure. Nevertheless, a win would be sweet.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Richardson's checked in for Orlando. Suggs comes in for Black. Boston also changed in and up. Hauser comes in for White. And Payne is subbed in for Pritchard. .141 left in the first quarter. And here's Brown. He's scoreless. Hauser can't get it to go. It's a 9-point spread. Well, Clark, when we watch Paolo Banchero play, you can forget he's 6'10".
And he's a locomotive. I mean, he's probably 255 pounds, and all of it is cable wire. I mean, that's why he went first overall. That combination of skill, ball handling, dexterity, agility, and force. He's 25 points a game and also 5 assists.
Come on.
You don't see that kind of production.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Jamal Mosley is doing a tremendous job for the Magic, and the players gravitate to his approach. He said, quote, coaching is teaching. When you can't teach yelling and screaming and hollering, you teach with communication and positivity, because that's how I think a lot of these guys will actually register it. Back to you, Brian.
A new school approach. Thank you, Allie. And Caro, no good. Celtics trail by 9. Pick by Vucevic. Tatum passes to Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Vucevic is rolling to the basket like that. There aren't many guys that are willing to get in his way to stop it.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first. Outside Richardson. Down low. And the dunk by Wagner.
You know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
Here's Payne. Yet to see a basket. Vucevic, a screen on Suggs. Payne, the pass to Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
All the reach you need to throw it down there. Vucevic making it look easy.
Pass to Banchero. And Orlando.
Wow.
Two more.
Hey, it's typically
just
a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
And so it's the Orlando Magic. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. What has them in front right now? By and large, they're taking great shots. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
Celtics trail by 9. They've got Desmond Bain. Goga Bitadze is out there with Wendell Carter. Then it's Suggs. And it's Richardson in at the 2 guard. That's who's out there for Orlando. Orlando shooting has been ridiculous. 75% in this game. Deflects the pass. Here's Carter. Garza grabs the board. Suggs against Pritchard. To the paint.
Oh, come on.
Suggs against Pritchard. And there's the slam.
Wow.
To finish it off.
Tell you what, off the drive, Suggs vertical, really something to behold. Good luck trying to stop this guy when he comes at you like that.
To the inside, Tatum. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. They come into this one following the loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, they made a lot of plays, and they were in it until the end. Just couldn't do enough to get the win.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it, so you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
Checked in for Richardson, and the Celtics also making a change. White's checked in. Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But, Grant, that can leave a team vulnerable when that player has an off night.
You know, in a strange way, it's almost better if your star is out of the game. I know that sounds weird, but those complementary players get increased opportunities and are emboldened to do more.
Pritchard against Suggs. Picked by Carter to the middle.
No.
Slammed in by Carter.
Carter's a really good pick and roll partner. Excellent hands, and he can finish too.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Pass to Queta. Pritchard surviving the D. Inside. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Leading him right to the basket with a tremendous pass. Really good execution there.
Nice.
Here's Black. Still no points. Suggs outside. Now here's Bain. Fires the three. Pass to Suggs. Carter, a screen on Pritchard. The three from Suggs. Boston pulls it in. They defeated Washington in their last game.
And that one, the other team could not keep up with them offensively.
Nice.
They were prolific.
Yeah, you know,
Do
you
the foul.
can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. So once that happens, then you're in trouble.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. First free throw is good.
It didn't take long for White to distinguish himself in the league. He's a really good ball handler, and he's got some good moves, too.
So for the Magic, Banchero's checked in for Bitadze, and Franz Wagner's subbed in for Suggs. It's off on the second. And so Banchero will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Well, granted, 6'10", 250. Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision is great for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
They set the pick to the wing on the left. Garza's shot is good. Garza's got his second bucket on the night.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Wagner finds Banchero. Jacks up a three. Queta pulls it in.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, Brian. Well, Paolo Banchero has the Seattle skyline tattooed on his shoulder.
Nice.
He says, guys from there actually have a chip on our shoulder because we feel like we're not seen as much as some of the other places around the country.
Catching up.
Being born and raised, my mom and dad from there, it's in my blood. Back to you guys.
A lot of pride in his hometown. Thanks a lot, Allie. Outside Carter. The three. Hits a three-pointer. Carter's got 5 points now this quarter.
Beyond the arc is a spot on the floor. Carter Jr. has worked hard to improve since entering the league.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Making a switch here. Suggs is checked in. Boston also changing it up. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Garza. Jaylen Brown comes in for Hauser. Shireman comes in for Pritchard. A minute 20 left in the first half. Pass to Shireman. Back to White. Here's Shireman.
I love great defense.
No, I meant to pass it.
Quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Orlando making some changes. Wagner comes in for Carter, and it's Bain in for Suggs. Orlando moving the ball around. Pass to Bain from the arc. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum looking it over. 44 seconds left in the second. The shot. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Black. No good with the triple. Celtics trail by 9. It's Brown on the wing, defended by Wagner. Brown can't hit. The Magic have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Here's Bain. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
There's a screen from deep. That misses.
Wow, can't we make anything?
And so it's Orlando. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game continues. Back to the game after this break.
Welcome to this early season edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Before we analyze that first half, we get to check out the power rankings.
Well, right now for Boston, they're still at the bottom third of the league. Something will need to change for them to move up in the rankings.
We knew this team would need time to figure things out, and we were right. And talking about our game now, a very solid first half for the Magic.
They have been so careful with the rock. Smart passes, tight handle on the ball, really speaks to the focus and discipline.
And that defense, try as they might, cannot disrupt their flow. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Nikola Vucevic has come to play here in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it. And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Celtics trail by 9. Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. White and Brown are the wingmen. Jason Tatum out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Pritchard in at the point. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Boy, you look at Vucevic, and he clearly is a guy that doesn't mind carrying the offensive load. He knows how to get to his spots and hit his shots.
And so it's Bane who brings up the ball for the Magic. They've led by as many as 11. Wagner with a screen on White. Wagner on the wing. Fires the 3. The rebound, Celtics. Outside, Brown. Tatum a screen on Wagner. Here's Brown. Rebound by the Magic. And Carroll's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the paint. And Wagner gets it to go. The assist from Bane. Wagner's got 10 points in the game.
I really like how he's playing tonight, taking good, smart shots, playing his game.
In terms of two-way guards, Grant, Desmond Bane is as good as any. What do you see in his game?
Well, just look at him, B.A. Bane is so strong. That really helps him there on the defensive end. And offensively, a lights-out three-point shooter.
Orlando leading by 7. Black passes to Banchero. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Good work there as it goes.
I mean, 6'10", about 250. Banchero imposing his will inside.
To the inside. Here's Tatum. Hey, Tatum
Nice.
getting it done inside.
Nice.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution. 10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. looking at the standings in the NBA Cup, the group stage just starting.
Yeah, lots of games remaining. I think the magic number is 3. If you get those 3 wins and have a good point differential, you normally advance to the knockout rounds.
Now here's Black, defended by Pritchard. Back to Black. Orlando moving the ball around. And the dunk by Wagner.
Wagner able to bounce to the rack and throw it down, and he'll do so just about any time he has the opportunity.
Here's White. Oh, through contact. White gets the finish.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
5 straight baskets resulting
Nice.
from assists. They're playing as one
Love
unit
it.
out there.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
And Carroll with it. Pritchard picks him up. Black, no good.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Outside Pritchard, down low. Vucevic.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Wagner against Brown. The 3 from Banchero. From distance, Paolo.
Dagger.
His ability to shoot off the catch is
Oh.
a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Suggs is checked in for Orlando. And the Celtics also making a change. Hauser, he's checked in for Derek White. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Pritchard with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Hauser, that's
nice.
good.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
The fundamentals Wagner possesses are really impressive. Franz such a skilled and willing passer at his position.
59 seconds left in the third quarter. Hauser passes to Tatum. They set the screen. There's the 3. Tatum!
Nice.
You got to D-up Tatum from deep. He's got that kind of range.
And the dunk by Wagner.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Hauser can't get it to go. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pritchard against Suggs. And Carroll outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No, stuff it in there.
What?
Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. That one on Tatum. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Wagner gives you size, and he can stretch the floor as well. I mean, he's a very solid player who knows how to play the game.
Picked by Vucevic. Tatum from long range. And so it's Orlando finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Anthony Black out there with Suggs. Then it's Goga Taze. Then it's Paolo Banchero. And it's Carter in at the four-man position. That's who's out there for Orlando. Celtics trail by 8. There's the screen to the middle. Here's Keita. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And Tatum knows how to find his guys in their spots now. A solid passer at his position.
Black outside. Suggs outside. Here's Carter. Count it. Good.
What?
And the Magic lead by 8.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner. Secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Tatum gets
nice.
the bucket.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. To hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Come on, come on.
The three from Suggs. Fires in
wow.
the triple. And the Magic lead by 8.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. They've led by as many as 11. Pass to Banchero. Down low. Here's Carter. That's good. And it's Banchero with the assist. Banchero's got 3 assists tonight.
When they get it to Carter Jr. down low, it's normally a fruitful trip.
Oh, the baby hook. Nice.
got to fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And we've got a timeout.
Another timeout? How many timeouts?
He's looking to make some
I
very
see.
important adjustments here.
Five point difference.
Checked in for Bataze. Wagner comes in for Carter, and it's Desmond Bain in for Suggs. Trailing by 5. And rebounded by Tatum. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. They set a pick.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
No question about it. No flop.
Come on.
That was a direct shot to the chest.
Orlando leading by 5. Now here's Banchero. Oh, can't hit the jumper. Wagner with a steal. Banchero left side. And there's the rejection.
White doing an excellent job coming up with the block there.
Oh, look at Tatum. What a finish.
And Tatum has been in these situations before. He's reliable when it comes to stepping up in big moments.
Wagner outside. Now Banchero. The 17-footer. It's good.
No
what
shame,
the?
no fear in this young fella.
He just...
Banchero going to take on any big shot. Love seeing that from him.
Boston making a switch here. Picked by Vucevic. Oh, the slam off a fantastic lead pass. What a play.
And, you know, you develop a level of trust with your teammates when you show the kind of concentration that Vucevic shows in these situations. He's the total package.
And it's Bain with the ball for Orlando. They've led by as many as 11. Banchero. Oh, Paolo off the dribble.
Dumb. Very dumb.
Banchero totally unbothered by the pressure of the moment.
Left side, Pritchard. Outside, Brown. Oh, it misses. Orlando leading by 5. Now Wagner. Ready off the
Come on. I knew this was going to happen.
Play inside. Wagner doing everything right in that case.
Boston has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Pritchard with it. Wagner picks him up, and the call will be against Peyton Pritchard. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Here's Wagner.
Oh, I thought I was looking for a second.
Here's Bain. Outside Banchero. There's 47 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Wagner with a screen on Tatum. Oh, he jammed it.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how
Yeah.
you finish a game.
Yeah, what
I
a
suck.
time to put the hammer down.
I'm terrible.
Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Here's Vucevic. Oh, got a piece of it. No problem from 14. Now Banchero. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Shot from 12. Rebounded by Vucevic. Jumps up. And so Orlando takes the win. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great start to the group stage.
Well, getting that first win under your belt is huge. They still have 3 games left, but they're in a great position going forward.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForte.
Good evening, everyone. The NBA season is still young, but there's a buzz in the air for this game of the NBA Cup. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sidelines. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Jason Tatum is out there with Vucevic, and it's Pritchard in a point guard. And for the Magic, Wagner is in the front court alongside Banchero. Desmond Bain out there with Black, and it's Wagner in at the 5 spot. Yeah, just a few games in the book thus far. So, Greg, what are you looking for at the stage of the season?
Well, I like to see which teams get off to a hot start and who's struggling out of the gate. What can those teams do to improve?
Yeah, powerful finish from Wagner. Don't get in his way.
Pick by Vucevic. Brown the pass to Vucevic. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's Bain. Count that bucket.
These are shots Bain will take from time to time when that's where the openings are.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Jamal Mosley. I asked him if there's anything in particular they can do to keep Tatum's production at bay. He mentioned, well, the playmaking ability is what hits you first. His skill is something we're going to have to slow down, and we feel we have a good plan defensively to do so. A plan is a good start. We'll see if they're able to execute. Back to you guys.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Bain, no good. So, Stan, I'll ask you, what about Desmond Bain stands out to you the most?
Kevin, I would say what stands out the most is how this guy has improved and added to his offensive game. Came into the league as basically a shooter, but now he has added playmaking and shot creation to his game. He can put the ball on the floor, take it to the basket and finish, or set up his teammates.
Here's White. After the made shot from Desmond Bain. Count the basket.
Well, listen, White doesn't fear anyone inside. He wants to get down low and cash in.
Here's Black. He's covered by Pritchard. 11 feet away. Black, no good. The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Vucevic setting the big for White. Off target from three-point range. On the wing, Bain. Up 3 off the mark. The Celtics with the lead. White finds Brown. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my. My goodness. Brown with the massive throwdown.
That's a great look at that move from the Connecticut
That was nice.
team, sponsored by AT&T. Black in the post. He's covered by Pritchard.
Nice.
And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Celtics.
All right, come on. Here we go.
To the inside. Here's Vucevic. And
all right.
by Vucevic.
Can't be too surprised by this. Vucevic got the room, and he went to work.
There's a minute 47 left to play in the first quarter. And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
Orlando making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Banchero. And it's Suggs in for Anthony Black. And then for Boston, Garza's checked in. And Sam Hauser's subbed in for White. Here's Wagner. Carter kicks to Suggs. Back to Carter. Pass to Bain. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Lock at 6. Bounce pass Wagner. The Magic again can't hit.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
And for such a young team, pretty impressive how well the Magic defend.
Oh, come on.
Of the floor, and they force turnovers at a really high clip.
Now, here's Wagner. After the miss from Vucevic, trying to end the drought. And it's Wagner missing.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
Wagner passes to Carter. A kick out to Bain. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to 4 points, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
They get it again. Goes back up, and it's sent back
Wow.
by Carter.
Tenacity on D from Carter. Not allowing anything easy. Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfectly.
Just 4 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Celtics lead by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
Getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Boston leading by 5. They've got Wendell Carter. Jalen Suggs is out there with Richardson. Then it's Paolo Banchero. And it's Bitadze in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. And so Suggs with it. He brings it up for Orlando. Only the 6th player ever from the country of Georgia. Bitadze is an inspiration, Coach.
He sure is, Kevin, and a hard-playing guy who can really defend and rebound, and he's an underrated offensive player. Great finisher around the rim. This guy can help almost anybody.
And now, Allen LaForce says something for us on the sideline.
Hey guys, the Magic are building something. Paolo Banchero said, quote, "It's been a long time coming. The fans have been waiting for the Magic to be good and to be challengers, even contenders. There is a lot of excitement in the city right now. We're just building and feeding off of that. Back to you."
They've got their fans fired up. Okay, thank you, Allie. And so it's Boston with it, following the bucket by Orlando. Tatum a screen. Pass to Hauser. Now Payne. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Here's Queta. He
Nice.
takes it as the shot clock ticks down. Queta's got the lead up to 5 now for the Celtics. And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. checked in for the Magic. Black comes in for Richardson. Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Fifth on the list, Jason Tatum.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Now, here's Suggs. Defense right on him. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Suggs just staying active and goes to the line now.
The Magic shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago. About 77% from the line.
And he makes the first. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, for all the anticipation around NBA expansion, we might have to pump the brakes. I'm told a number of team owners are a bit hesitant to further carve up the revenue from this new national broadcasting deal, so the timeline may take longer than some fans had hoped.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Shams, we thank you very much for that report.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Here's Hauser, still without a basket. Pass to Shireman. Tatum with a screen on Suggs. Oh, Tatum finds a way.
Great toughness. Tatum felt the contact, but still completed the play.
With the step back from the line. Another miss by Orlando. Celtics leading by 5. On the wing, Brown. He's covered by Suggs. Lets it fly from 18. Here's Keita. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Good effort to stay with the play and save the possession.
And then Carter with the dunk.
Plenty of muscle from Carter on that dunk. Wow.
The Celtics have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. There's the screen. Brown wide open. He fired. No good on the triple. Magic have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. A nice shot by that.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
An
nice pick.
Outstanding defensive big man, Wendell Carter, stands 6'10", and Stan, he has a 7'4" arm span.
Yeah, Kevin, I think his length really bothers people and is deceiving. When you're first looking at him, he looks like almost an undersized center. But in fact, with that wingspan, he's not.
Man.
And he is so disciplined and fundamentally sound as a defender. He's one of the best in the league.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Making some changes. Goga Bitadze comes in for Carter. And it's Franz Wagner in for Banchero. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Vucevic a screen on Suggs. Pritchard finds Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
After setting a strong screen, the ball goes to Vucevic, and he makes a play.
And so it's Suggs who brings up the ball for the Magic. They trail by 1. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough way to go out in that one.
Yeah, it's often a game of very slim margins, and those close losses somehow sting even more.
Now, here's Vucevic. The rebound by Batadze.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket.
Come on.
In that one, they were there.
Let me get a 3 right now.
Right there by Black. I like when he goes up strong like this.
Here's Brown. The Magic.
Oh, Tatum's not in. So he's going. No, dude.
Over
Pritchard.
in the corner, Pritchard. 26 seconds left in the second quarter. Garza, and he uses the glass on the layup. Garza's got his first 2 points of the night.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreaking.
And finished off by Brown.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Nice.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Celtics up 1. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
And we welcome you to halftime as the Boston Celtics are getting everything they can handle so far.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting the crowd get into their heads. In fact, they've looked comfortable at times. All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
Taking a look here now at Boston, I don't look at win-loss records at this point. I want to see improvement from game to game.
I wish fans saw it that way. Most of the time, it's about instant gratification. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Pritchard and White are their guards. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. And it's Vucevic in at the 5.
Well, that's what White's out there to do. Share the ball and make everybody better.
The Magic trail by 3. A model of consistency stand for many years, Vucevic.
Yeah, look, Vucevic has been scoring, rebounding, and passing at a high level really since he's come into this league. One of the most skilled big men in the league and sort of a model for the next guys that have come around.
Tatum passes to Brown. Shoots over Wagner. 6 to shoot. Vucevic setting the pick for Pritchard. Shoots over Black. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Here's Orlando now. Wagner looking it over. Over Pritchard. The rebound by Jason Tatum. The Celtics shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. White with it. Picked up by Banchero. Inside, Tatum, automatic.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And it's Banchero top the key. Over Tatum. Off target on the 15-footer.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option now.
Pass to Vucevic. Takes it off the glass. And it's a 4-point Celtic lead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Black in the post. He's covered by Pritchard. The offensive rebound. He gets that one. Black's got 8.
Well, he can play inside with that 6'7" size. Black aggressive down low.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
For Tatum. Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged about 27 points a game last season. 8 rebounds and 6 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Vucevic is screen on Wagner. Brown the pass to Vucevic. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Vucevic has got 6 here in this quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Count that one.
Wagner loves the ball inside. He makes his money on the block.
The Celtics have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-hand shots to fall. 80% since the break. 3-pointer, Pritchard. It's good from long range. Pritchard's got his second basket of the night.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stats. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Well, we've seen this for years. Vucevic is a dependable scorer who can attack you in a variety of ways.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Suggs, he's checked in for the Magic. It's time now to look at the NBA's toughest defensive teams from a season ago. Number 1, the Magic. The Celtics, second.
Yeah, if you want to see how hard these two teams play, just take a look at the points allowed a year ago. I mean, that is impressive.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Payne for 3. The rebound by the Celtics.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Desmond Bain is a deadly floor spacer, but he said, I have to be respected in a lot of different ways. Don't pigeonhole me into just being a catch-and-shoot guy or a movement shooter. I can score the ball in a variety of ways and do multiple things on the court. Back to you guys.
A lot for sure in his bag. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Here's Ben Carroll. And he drops in the way.
Nice.
And the paint is where you love to watch Banchero work. Well, with his size and athleticism, he can attack so effectively inside.
Strong finish through the contact from Brown.
Pretty much
nice,
all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Come on.
Banchero outside. And a wide open look for Payne.
All right.
Number 3 off target. Celtics leading by 9. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Gonzalez against Suggs. Fires it up. Gonzalez's shot is off. It's Suggs with the drive.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Now when you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Nikola Vucevic firing on all cylinders for Boston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more in store for you right after this. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Magic trail by 7. You've got Suggs. Wendell Carter is out there with Desmond Bain. Then it's Vitazzi. And it's Black in at the 2. That's who's out there for Orlando. High arcing shot. And Carter lays it up and in. And that's now 6 points for Wendell Carter. Tatum looking around. Here's the screen. No good from outside. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Pass to Black. Outside, Suggs. Just 5 on the clock. For the 3. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket.
Wow, 2 points.
And Black wants to keep getting better as a shooter. Draining shots like this will certainly help his confidence.
I'm so cold.
We've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. The Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. To the middle. Here's Garza. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Black. Guarded by Tatum. Pass to Suggs. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Back to Batadze. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Keita. The rebound by Batadze. Suggs looking around. Here's Payne. Suggs with a screen for Payne. To take the lead. Can't get it to go.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Pulls it down. What an assist!
Well, what I want to know, where is the communication defensively?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
I'm so
Jamal
cold.
Mosley has called timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Some changes. Mo Wagner's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Banchero comes in for Carter. And it's Franz Wagner in for Suggs. The Magic trail by 4. Here he goes. That one goes. Count it.
Well, look at how sudden Black can be on the drive. He saw an opening and did not make the mistake of hesitating.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He knows every possession is critical now. Celtics making a switch here. And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Celtics. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum flies in to finish it off.
Hey, you need some points? Tatum is your guy.
Four-point game. Bane fires. And hit the 3.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Picked by Vucevic. Oh, and he feathers one right through. What touch!
Yeah, Vucevic is having no problem finding chances to score. The defense has to rethink how they're defending.
Nice.
Magic have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Hayes. Rebounded.
All right.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Jaylen Brown. Cash money. Brown with the tray.
And that's good decision-making by Brown in the pick and roll. He'll make the right read more often than not.
Payne. Here's Black. He's covered by Pritchard. Wagner. Nice execution down low.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
Celtics leading by 7. Tatum setting the pick for Pritchard. Does not go. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Black. He's covered by Pritchard. Good.
And Black remains on an absolute tear right now. The defense seems helpless. He's pouring it on.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Boston now. White. Good on the basket.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Pritchard, just 4 to shoot. Raises up. Can't get it. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. Huge moment in this group round of the NBA Cup. The record is now 1 up and 1 down.
And Kevin, I thought their energy and effort was outstanding. I mean, backs against the wall, and they delivered.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan.
GG.
Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Nikola Vucevic.
And I'm playing them again. Wow. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's do this.
Let's meet the starting lineup for Orlando. The man in the middle, 6 feet 10 inches, number 34, Wendell Carter. At the point, 6 feet 7 inches, number 0, Anthony Black. Starting at the other guard, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 3, Desmond Bain. At power forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 5, the other forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 22, Franz Wagner. Your head coach is Jamal Mosley. Ladies and gentlemen, your Orlando starters.
And the starting group for the Celtics. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's Vucevic in at the center position, locking down the middle. And for Orlando, Wagner and Banchero, the lethal front court pair. Desmond Bain is out there with Anthony Black. And it's Carter in at center. A lot of the talk coming in focused on the backcourts, Richard. Both teams have outstanding guard play.
And that means we should see some creative offense. I love skill play at any position, but it's often the guards that will leave you speechless.
And there it is for him.
Putting in work. Carter Jr. is a lunch pail guy who just goes about his business.
Outside Pritchard, picked by Vucevic. The rebound by Carter. Outside Bain. 14 feet away. Offensive rebound.
Ooh, wow.
It's good on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Outside Pritchard. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Carter. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
I mean, did you see the strength and force? I mean, that's what puts Banchero ahead.
Well, it's hard to stop a 6'10 wing who can handle and play through contact. And the Magic have 2 of them, Graham.
Yeah, the numbers remarkably similar for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero is stronger and more of a rebounder, but both of them are stars.
And here are the Magic now, following the 3 by Boston. Bain with a screen on Tatum. Outside Bain, let's go with a 3. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. The Celtics have gone 1 for 3 so far. Brown, a screen on Bain. Tatum passes to Vucevic. Right side Brown. Clock at 6. Over Wagner. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Brown's got 5.
And each year it seems Brown keeps getting better at shooting the ball, especially from the mid-range.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. Coach showed nothing but respect for Derek White. He told me White is the ultimate glue guy. He's not worried about his stats. Instead, he fills in the gaps and does whatever is necessary to help his team win. He is truly an unselfish player. Brian, back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. White, the pass to Vucevic. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Doing exactly what you expect. Vooch setting a solid screen that gets things going.
Magic trail by 3. To the inside, looking to win the run. And the layup is good by Carter.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
You must let your dancing shoes at home. Everybody dance. Let's see what you got.
Orlando making some changes. Richardson comes in for Desmond Bain. And it's Jalen Suggs in for Black. There's a minute 59 left now in the first quarter. Picked by Vucevic. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum.
On the interior, Vooch, look, this man has so many moves to account for.
When you talk about Nikola Vucevic, a big man who continues to get it done at a high level, Richard.
Yeah, he is showing no signs of slowing down. Vooch scores, rebound, passes, and shoots it well from pretty much everywhere. I'd like to see him contend for a championship at some point in time in his career.
And it's Wagner missing.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Pass to Hauser. Here's Tatum. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Boy,
all right.
Absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets.
Here we go. Oops.
And he floats it in
Oh,
for
no.
the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And I like the
Oh,
shot selection.
no.
Suggs
Oh, no.
recognizes when to look to score inside.
Vucevic, screen on Wagner. Tatum passes to Vucevic. Back to Tatum. To the paint. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Gonzalez. The rebound by Carter.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Suggs, the pass to Carter. Back to Suggs. And he gets that one. Suggs has gotten his second bucket of the game.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Celtics out in front, up 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
So it's Boston now. On the court for the Celtics. Second quarter underway. They've got Peyton Pritchard, and it's Shireman in a 2-guard. Pritchard against Suggs. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Bain, the pass to Wagner, driving to the basket, and the dunk by Wagner.
Improving that vision since he came to the league. Bain with a nice dish here.
The Celtics with the lead. Now here's Pritchard. No made baskets yet. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Pass to Richardson. Outside Bain. Orlando moving the ball around. Latase, a screen on Pritchard. Inside. And Latase throws it down.
Yeah, a reliable way to create for others. Suggs disrupts the coverage with the play and makes the pass.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Black's checked in for Richardson. Derek White's checked in for Boston. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, guys, this summer saw the first ever 7-team trade in the NBA. You might wonder why it makes sense to involve so many parties, but basically teams have more flexibility salary-wise in these multi-team deals. It is enough to make your head spin, guys. This is where things are headed.
Big moves. Okay, Shams, thanks for the update.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
Here's Black, 15 in his last outing. On the wing, Suggs. This one for three. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
And not wasting any time here. Suggs is quick on the draw off the catch.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. The Magic building up a roster of players who beat up. Coach Jamal Mosley said, your culture is the type of guys you bring in, the type of people you have around. If you're a defensive team, then you probably have defensive guys. You can't be that and have all shooters that don't defend. Back to you, Brian.
Yeah, they've got the personnel. Thanks a lot, Allie. Now here's Black. Outside Bain. Three-pointer. Queta pulls it in. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Garza. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Come on.
And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Home court didn't seem to help last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
I really think that L has to fall on their defense, or a lack thereof. Just not enough focus at that end of the floor.
Some of it was solid shooting from their opponent, but they didn't have any teeth with their defense. Need to be more active than they were.
Three-pointer, Pritchard sinks it from distance. Pritchard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Magic trail by 3. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. for the Magic. Banchero's checked in for Batase. And Wagner subbed in for Bain. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Jaylen Brown comes in for Pritchard. A minute 58 left in the second quarter. Now here's Banchero. Not a lot of room. Pass to Wagner. That's in. Coming off an assist from Banchero.
This is what makes Banchero a difficult cover. His ability to pass it well and screen the rolls.
White looking it over. To the inside. Garza banked it in off the glass.
Nice.
Garza's got 6 points.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Back to Black. Pass to Wagner. The three is up. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Boston leading by 3. And with Jaylen Brown on the wing, he feels like any given night he has the advantage in his matchup.
He's either too fast for the big guys or too strong for the small
Nice.
guys. That's the problem. He is a handful on both ends of the floor also.
Black outside. Pass to Wagner. Fires from deep. Sinks the tray. 5 points in the game.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Oh.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
The offensive rebound. Here's Banchero. Queta pulls it in.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Here's Brown. Man, Brown just showing his toughness inside.
Oh, he's flexing on that finish. These kind of buckets get Brown going.
And Carroll passes to Suggs. And that one is stuffed right through.
He's just too quick to the cup. No one near him to get posted.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for one, Jalen Suggs.
And what I like about Suggs is that he does many things well, and that's because he plays with so much confidence.
Oh, through contact. White gets the finish.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
The three from Suggs. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Celtics out in front, up 4. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Fans get ready for the high RPM and amazing stuff. The door powered by Arena Entertainment.
Oh.
Welcome. First up on the agenda tonight, let's see how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up.
What you really like about these young fellas, they compete. They've arrived with no fear. Can't say that about most rookies.
Still a long season ahead, but so far, yeah, they've been very impressive. And turning back now to talk about the Orlando Magic. What a close game this has been.
The bench has stepped up to where I could see a couple of those guys closing out this game.
Yeah, we'll see how the second half goes, but they may have earned that right, given the way they came in and changed things.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession.
4-point difference.
Suggs with a strong contribution so far in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
So it's Boston now. They lead by 4. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. On the wing, it'll be Bain and Wagner. And it's Black in at the point. So that's who Jamal Mosley starts the second half with. Now here's Bain. Left side Carter. Beyond the arc. Boston pulls it in. Brown's got 4 rebounds in the game. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for Boston. Outside White. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Banchero. So it's Orlando now. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, B.A. Paolo Banchero is trying to become more vocal. He said being the best player on the team, you've got to speak up. You can't ever be quiet because at the end of the day, I'm a high-Q player. I see the game really well, and if I'm not out there talking the game, it's doing everyone a disservice. Guys?
Outstanding. Allie, we appreciate the report. Now here's Black, defended by Pritchard. Black passes to Wagner. And here's Banchero from downtown. Boston pulls it in. Brown's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pritchard surviving the D. Outside Tatum. Brown, a screen on Banchero. There's Tatum with the 3. And Tatum drills the 3.
Nice.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
Wagner, the pass to Carter. Carter, a screen on Tatum. Here's Banchero. Yes, it's good.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make will kind of kickstart, kind of wake them up here in this third quarter after missing their first few shots.
On the wing, Tatum. Outside, Brown. That one is off. Great D that time from Wagner. And the 8th overall pick in 2021. Grant, what surprises you about Franz Wagner?
I don't think we knew he'd be this lethal off the dribble. His perimeter shooting has really been the lone hiccup. But once he locks that in, watch out.
4 on the clock. Banchero no good.
Yeah, it feels like he's forcing things, which will happen. He's trying to help his team.
Tatum with a screen. White on the wing. He's checked by Carter. Tatum a screen on Carter. Here's White. The open J off the mark.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Wagner against Brown. Tatum feeling it out a bit. The 3. Buries it from
nice.
3. Tatum's got 6 in the quarter.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Magic trail by 10. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
Orlando making a switch here. Suggs is checked in. The Celtics also with a sub. Hauser's checked in. 1:24 left to play in the third quarter. Out to the wing. The three from Banchero. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Brown's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
There's Tatum with the three. It's rebounded by Banchero. Magic trail by 10. Pass to Wagner. Here's the three. Hauser grabs the board. Boston's gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line on this one. Pritchard, the pass to Brown. Picked by Vucevic. Lets it go from the wing. Brown can't hit. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand.
Yeah, once Suggs gets hot, he's not easy to stop, especially when he's getting whatever shot he wants.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pritchard, the pass to Vucevic. And Vucevic slams it in.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Partner, good.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Here's Hauser. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Boston Celtics finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. The tandem on the perimeter, White and Tatum. Then it's Sam Hauser, and it's Gonzalez in at the 1. Boston leading by 8. They set the pick to the paint. Here's Tatum. Oh, a great 1-2 punch.
Nice.
Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Suggs with the bucket.
You know, a mix of power and agility helps Suggs beat the interior coverage.
And for Boston, they're shooting really well in this matchup. 62% from the floor. Tatum, a screen on Wagner. Launches it. It's rebounded by Banchero. And Orlando shooting efficiently. 50% so far. Wagner, the pass to Black. Back to Wagner. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Here's Gonzalez. And he's going for the oop here. Black outside. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Pass to Bataze. It's stolen away. Outside White. And stolen by Banchero. Now here's Suggs. From outside the arc. Can't hit that one.
Ooh,
He's
nice.
not making much of an impact from deep. His sole three-pointer came in the first half.
Tatum against Bataze. It's Tatum working inside.
You look at Tatum now running the pick and roll. He's calm and his moves are so concise. He's just definitive with everything he does.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Orlando making some changes. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Bataze. Franz Wagner comes in for Wagner. And it's Desmond Bain in for Suggs. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Jamal Mosley was just reviewing the plan with his team. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And Carroll against Tatum. And Carroll delivers inside.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Outside, Brown. Here's Pritchard. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Six on the shot clock. Tatum with it. Wagner picks him up. Money from three.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Whoa! Emphatic finish from Banchero.
And this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
Vucevic, a screen on Banchero. Here's Vucevic. Carter rips down the board.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And that's in.
They needed that hoop from Wagner. Nothing phases him.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for your Magic, Franz Wagner. One shot.
Throw good, Wagner.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Picked by Vucevic. Yes! Using that window!
Not stopping Vucevic that time, powering through the defenders.
Magic trail by 6. And Carroll fires! Can't get the three.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Tatum with a screen. Here's Pritchard. Vucevic, a screen on Wagner. Carter rips down the board.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Oh, no holding back from Banchero. He wants this team to be able to rely on him in these type of moments.
A basket here would give them some breathing room.
Slow down. No need to hurry. Take the best shot available.
Jason Tatum. And he nails it.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Orlando calls timeout. They're down by 7. The triple drop.
What?
This team trusts Bain, and he comes through.
First personal foul, second team foul. At the line for your Magic, Desmond Bain, shooting one.
And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use the coach's challenge. Make them take another look at the call.
And even with the coach's challenge in place,
the previous play is under review.
even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls, but at least we have the option.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
I thought there were empty seats. I guess they came back. The fans came back.
And that's an intentional foul.
Anthony Black. First personal foul. Second team foul.
So the first one drops, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, how about the poise he showed there, making this a 2-possession game.
And it's Black penetrating. Connect!
Some sick ball skills displayed right there. And he's not the guy you expect to pull that off.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot, then a quick foul.
Cash from downtown!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That'll pretty much do it.
Oh, the shot is off.
Nice.
And so it's Boston who scrapes by with the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And B.A., the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Jason Tatum.